Hope everyone is doing great today. So today is July 5th. I wanted to do a video about oil because it's dropped a lot today. And honestly, I'm sitting here and I've been really pissed off all morning because of this. I'm not gonna lie. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for energy stocks to take off, especially on the TSX. And look at this, we're freaking down. We were down about 6% at one point. Yep, 6.25 here. This is up in Canada. It's giving me a big headache, but it's whatever because I know in the long run we're all good. Like in the medium run, we're all good too. Short run, we're all good. It's just a matter of waiting this out, waiting basically the stupidness out, the fear out here. Like it's the tightest oil market in history. I'm pounding the table because it's literally the freaking tightest oil market in history. It is the perfect storm for oil companies. You had negative oil in 2020. You have all these debt targets being achieved in 2022 and 2023. Most companies are going to be debt free by 2023, the first quarter. And from there, obviously, we're just going to accelerate. We're going to have, accelerate the return to shareholders. They're very return to shareholder committed. And I've said this like a million times, but it's the perfect storm for oil companies. And if you look at everything, we go look at these PEs, you got the dividends, you got buybacks coming, more dividends and buybacks coming, just a huge mountain of them. Insanely low PEs, insanely low historical prices still to a degree. Well, it depends what company you want to look at. But like it makes no freaking sense. What is it does? I understand it's the recession fears. If you look at all the cyclicals today, the banks are down the most. We'll pull up a little heat map so far here, but of the cyclicals, they're down the most today because the recession fears, which is, I understand it, but even in a recession, energy is still like the supply market is so tight. And if you look at historically, it's rare that, well, recently a recession has, somewhat killed off demand, but it's rare that demand actually contracts in recession. Demand is still growing in a recession. It slows, but it's not contracting. But it's the tightest oil market in history. Nobody can increase supply. Even Saudi, how there was all this talk about Saudi Arabia, they can increase supply. And I was, I was thinking they had a million or two barrels. No, that's looking like it's not even going to be happening. Like as you can see here. And yet, what has the price of freaking oil done? It's just come fucking rocketing down. I know it's recession fears, and you can say we're pricing in a recession, and we better be pricing in a recession because I don't understand this. JP Morgan came out and said that we might have $350 oil on Friday. And then Citi this morning, Citi in this regard, I have respect for Citi, but in the oil sector, absolutely stupid. They said $60 oil at the end of the year, and they've been very bearish on oil prices. To me, it's I don't mean to be rude, but it's just stupid. I know you're never supposed to have, emotion in investing, but I'm mad right now, guys. Like I'm just been waiting and waiting and waiting for us to take off here, and it hasn't happened yet. And it's testing my patience to be honest. But I know that you just gotta wait it out. Like if I know there's never ever a sure thing in the stock market, but this would be damn close to it. Like it's the tightest oil market in history, and nobody can increase supply. We'll look at just Exxon here, the 4% dividend right now. It's come down a lot. Chevron, nice dividend as well. Come down a lot. Then we'll look at Crescent. I show this one a lot, but I love Crescent. It's come down a lot. Look at the mountain here. And then we got the super low PE. They'll have another factor just added to the perfect storm is that a lot of these companies are having earnings at the end of the month here, or yeah, pretty much all at the end of the month, a lot of them. And we're really going to see how much money these companies are making. and it's going to be insane. And from there, we're also going to hear just more about dividends and buybacks and profit and earnings. And at the end of the day, what moves the bloody stock market? It's those three things. It's profits, it's dividends, it's buybacks, and you could argue, whatever else. But at the end of the day, it really is that. But I don't know. I'm I'm kind of mad today, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This morning I was hoping, we had Monday, well, the US was closed, but Canada was open. We had a nice big update for energy, and I was hoping it would continue. Soon as 8:30 hits this morning here, I'm in Central Time, so it's 8:30. Soon as the market opens, we're down freaking 5-6% automatically. It's like, oh my God, are you freaking kidding me? It sucks, but at the end of the day, you really just have to ride it out here. Like I can't, like, I've been banging and banging the table on the oil for such a long time, and I will continue to. And like it's the perfect storm, especially for these energy. Like, look at these PEs. Look at this historical price too. And this is Whitecap. I like them. They just did a big deal for some natural gas, and natural gas is really coming into focus a lot these days. Like it really is. Like Europe is having a huge, obviously it's having a huge natural gas crisis, but there's been a lot of news about it. It's honestly, I've read that it's affecting not only Europe, but like lots of other places around the world. Who was it? I can't quite remember, but well, obviously not only natural gas, but oil as well. Like it's affecting like these unfortunately poor countries, and like they have to shut down schools, they have to keep groceries, have to keep stores, open for just limited hours. Government workers are even working limited hours, apparently, I've read, in some countries, and all this stuff. It's crazy. It really is. We'll look at Obsidian here, down freaking 7%, 7.84. I'm waiting on them to actually announce basically their capital plan. They have until 15th and to announce it, because if you look here, they did. Where is it? Oh, I can't quite see it here. But basically they just delayed their refinancing until the 15th. So we're waiting to hear from the capital plan from them once they get their refinancing in place. But yeah, overall, guys, just if you want, I know I've been saying buy oil, and I would do nothing but continue to buy oil, because like oil stocks, because I don't, even in a recession, like at $80, $90, $70 oil, which even in a recession, you could argue we might even just still be at $100 in oil, 100 bucks a barrel. You could really say that, because the supply market is so tight. And I know oil is only at $100 right now, but it's pricing in a recession and a half, I think, right? Well, not obviously just pricing in a recession, but I just like to somewhat over exaggerate. But anyways, guys, just wanted to make a video about the big drop in oil today. I know it's super volatile and stuff, but I'm really feeling it up in Canada here. Like, look at the difference, down 6.25. Oh, is the XLE? Oh, it's down 4 now. Damn. But still a decent little spread for sure. But it's just buy these, like, look at these PEs. It's the perfect, like, not this guy, sorry, but it's the perfect storm for energy. I cannot say it enough. We have earnings coming up at the end of the month. I'm willing to say that we're going to go up in anticipation of earnings, because everybody and their dog knows that energy companies have made money coming out of their freaking ears all for the past 3 months. That's not going to change. People are going to buy them going into earnings, and I think we're going to see I'm going to say a bit of a run into earnings here. I don't know how much we're going to go up, but it's definitely going to be a big tailwind. I know we have Biden going to visit Saudi Arabia and all this stuff, but look, like, Saudi Arabia cannot increase production by that much at all. Neither can the UAE. We're done. Like, like the consumer, I mean, is done. Like, I feel just awful for the consumer, especially, the low income consumers. It's awful. It really is. Gasoline, to be fair, has come down, but like the price of oil itself is just going to go higher and higher and higher. It's, we have such a fundamental supply issue and nothing can happen for the next year at least. 2 years probably. Some people are saying, well, this one, guy somewhat talk about Eric Nuttall. He's saying 4 to 6 years we're gonna have this huge supply problem somewhat. It's crazy to be honest. It really is. I'm monitoring it very closely today. I did some buying for sure, but it's just giving me such a freaking headache because I've just been waiting. Like ever since we've had this huge, you can see here, the huge run up, and then we have just this huge drop. And I've just been waiting for us to take off and take off, and it hasn't happened yet. And I'm just like, oh my God, can we just? It doesn't make any sense. Like we should be way higher than we are right now. There is so many factors. It's the perfect storm. Of note today, even see look at Jeff Bezos, and what he's basically saying is it's economics 101, Mr. Biden, and I completely agree. And it's also freaking Biden's fault. Climate change is very real. I did not invest in energy companies before this. Climate change is very real, but it's economics 101. We have no supply. We're gonna have a shortage of supply. It's like, see, it's basic market dynamics, basically economics 101, supply and demand. We have no supply coming online, even from Saudi Arabia. I'm probably just repeating myself 100 times here, but I'm like pounding on the table. Energy stocks are the place to be. I know everyone is bullish on them, but it is, well, they say they're bullish, may not be acting recently like they're bullish, but it's really the place to be. And yeah, so hope everyone enjoyed that and hope everyone is doing great.